Oh. Have you heard the latest news? Welcome to Mystic Moons. Mystic Moons has learned some and want to ask the spirits, is this true? The universe really allow some things to happen and some things not to happen. Well, thank you for joining me for today for this exploration into our current crises, our current distraction, per se, our current another war, per se. Where does that leave you and I? Where does that leave us all? And you could say, oh, it's happening in the Middle East. It's not affecting us. But however, everything is connected. Our human psyche, pain, tears, uneasiness, queasiness, as well as our commercial goods, traveling, everything is connected. If either one of these countries, Iran or Israel, hit a nuclear site, we're all in the same boat. Sooner or later, we're going to experience in our breathing, in our eating habits, nuclear fallout. So that's why we're going to take this universal exploration into the dynamics of what's happening. First of all, we heard today that Iran has retaliated against a preemptive strike to its land. They're firing missiles, etc., into Tel Aviv, to Israel. And guess where the hawks, the war hawks, the preemptive strike, Israel. Israel's PM and Israel's president have rumored to be out of the country. The fearless war hawks have left the people to fend on their own. Oh, please go to designated shelters. If the shelters were so great, how come the PM and the president aren't there in themselves? So let's take a reading. Let's see now. Is Netanyahu, Benjamin Netanyahu, is he hiding, fearlessly hiding, the fearless frontman? And also, let's see if the president, Herzog, is also his companion. Two brave talkers hiding securely. Let's see. All right. Now, I want everyone to relax and let's take this exploration. Is Benjamin Netanyahu reportedly hiding in Athens, Greece? Is he hiding? Now, when you hide, you fear, right? You want to say, oh my goodness, that means you value your life, but it's your life, right? As opposed to the citizens of Israel and the citizens of Iran. Oh no, did you get, or do you have a safe place? I'm not talking about your basement or a room with a window with a piece of cardboard or lumber attached to it. No, a basement. You can bet your life that Netanyahu and Herzog are not hiding in a basement as you are. They have much more elaborate places to be. So, excuse me. So let's see. Now we're just taking a few cards to see if Netanyahu is really hiding. Big man around town, hiding in fear when he can just strike anyone that he feels is a threat. In fact, it's reported, I don't know how accurate, does anybody know anything in terms of the private actions of someone? Excuse me. My throat's a little dry. Hold on. Let me take a sip. He's supposedly hiding on his plane called the Wing of Zion. Oh, that's good. The Wing of Zion. Shouldn't it be called the tail of Zion? The tail? Certainly not the head, but the wing. If your leaders are like, this is not the olden days when the leader was out there on the campaign, like the Crusades or something like that, fighting the Islamic hordes. They were out there front and center. But no, today warfare, the leaders are mouth, 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 and then they disappear when the bombs come raining down. And who faces the bombs but the yays and the nays? And then when you have yays and nays, you're all in this together. First of all, we have the Grimakin. I'm pronouncing this wrong. No, I'm not. This is basically a sign of, it's basically a sign of thinking out for yourself. Self. This is your basic self of selfishness, or just the id, the ego. It's it's not even the super ego. It's basically me, the sense of me. We can take this as Prime Minister Netanyahu's ultimate concern, me. And the next card we pull, let's see. We have the Three of Pentacles. Ah, he's safe. Safe. The Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles. Safe. He is safe. See that? Safe. Thinking for himself. Me, and my safety. The Three of Pentacles. Everything's all set up. I can press a button through my smartphone. Why do I have to be there? That's your president and that's your PM. Is that why people run for office? So they can make sure that they save their own skins? And then we have the strength. All the pitch, the talk about, yes, you can bite my hand. You can do this and that to me, but I will be back. I will reign. I will survive. Yes, you can survive if you're hiding. What about your countrymen? What about your population? What about your people? What about homes lost? Homes burnt? That's your strength? What kind of strength is that? What kind of strength is that? Poorly thought strength. And here we have the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands. The strokes, the sparks of war, the flames of destruction are already sown. Run, Netanyahu. Keep hiding. He'll come out when it's safe. Is that a man or is that a mouse? A mouse with a microphone. Is that a leader? Is that a leader? Is that a leader? Hit and run. And then here we have the Nine of Pentacles. This is all very yes. Very affirmative. The Nine of Pentacles. He's just biding his time. Is that the way that you want to have your leadership? Is that the way that a leader should behave? Is that warfare today? Leaders mouth off, incite the populations, or don't even incite them to follow your words, your hollow words, but however, put them in circumstances that they can't. There's not much options. The algorithms are all negative. Hide. Don't get blown up by a bomb. That's the options. And of course, what does the leadership do? Run out of the country. Out of sight, out of mind, but not really out of mind. Out of sight, you can't touch me. Be strong, Israelis. Be strong. While he runs away to Athens. Athens. And you know he's not staying in a lean-to, a cardboard box. Oh, no. The king. Me. So you could see that Netanyahu is quite out of the country. And he has pre-recorded messages, of course, like fight on, be strong, countrymen, be strong. We will conquer, we will do this, we will do that, while he sips his martinis, his wine, breaks bread, unleavened bread. And he's just like maybe has a smoke or two, while you tremble in fear about being killed. All your house, your homes, your apartments in shatters, your lives in shatters. Because of what? Because you, the people, the countrymen of such leaders, are nothing but fodder, nothing but slaughterable livestock, not citizens. Citizens would sit down and discuss. Citizens would not let this happen. Are we all this? Is this the fate of us all? Our leaders are mouthing off, living like kings and queens, doing nothing but talking, and pressing buttons, pushing strings of our lives. Is this the type of country? Is this the kind of lifestyle that you envision that you as a child would grow up to be, to have? These are all the questions. This Nine of Pentacles, it sure looks good. Israel's great. Oh, we can do this and we can do that. We. When they say we, when somebody says the word we, examine the way their actions, not their words. Netanyahu is probably hiding out somewhere in Athens, Greece, along with the President Herzog, while the countrymen sit there and get fried, boiled, and depressed. So that we could see is happening. Sees indeed he is not in dire straits as the countrymen are. What kind of rule is that? Any type of strength? That's a one-sided, that's like the gladiators sitting there with a sword and a shield, and out come like 10 lions, hungry lions too. You're looking left, right, up, down, side to side. And where is your true strength? Your belief, you're right, you're this, you're that. It doesn't matter when the bomb blows you up. No matter how much you think of yourself or you value yourself, what does it matter when you're in tiny, tiny little bloody pieces? While your leadership is comfortable. Oh. Could this be Netanyahu's policy of the Hannibal Directive? You know about that, don't you? The Hannibal Directive. They can allow physical or even incur physical harm to the citizens for the good of the state. Is that civilized? Is that strength? All for the good of the many. However, the ones that are making the decision, toasting, and they're not part of the equation. You and I and we are the equation. So it seems as though the universe has said that yes, the rumor that Netanyahu is hiding out in Athens, Greece, a neutral country, is quite plausible. Quite plausible. You know he's not there in the building where he could be bombed away. You know he's not even chancing being in one of Israel's underground bases. You know that. Even if you're not told that, you could feel that. That is not what is happening. Yes. And maybe this is the way war is fought these days. Machines, computers, leadership hiding away, people being left in the dark, people being uninformed or just at the mercy, go to your protected places. Of course, your protected places would not be their protected place because it's not good enough. Not good enough. What is the fate of this war? This is a very, very risky thing to do on both sides. And you have to take Israel being Israel's leadership being responsible. They're the ones that struck first. They're the ones that struck first. They bit first. They bit through. And it's supposed to be, is war just a piece of cake, a walk in the park? Blood means nothing. It's up to the people of this planet to decide. Are lives meant nothing on either side of the yes and no of warfare? Is life so cheap? Certain lives are cheap, that's obvious. Leadership? Oh, very important. Very important. Very, 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 very important. Now, he is on the wing of Zion. And if you have the leaders that go off in the middle of battle, the heat of battle, after they made a provocative first move, just how strong, how bold, how beautiful is this wing of Zion. Only cowards run away. Cowards, not strong people, not strong leaders, cowards. Well, we're going to leave this subject, but we had to hit it because this is something that is evolving. This is something that could spiral out of control. This is something that could mark World War III, official World War III. And we have to watch this to make sure that this was a diversion. Diversion because Netanyahu has come under fire by his countrymen for corruption again and again and again. And still, he manages to cling to PM status. You have to wonder. And then, within not even 12 hours of him squeaking by, slimming by a slim margin, he starts a war. He bombs. He gives the okay to bomb Iran. So you can't think about the particulars. You can't think about the particulars. This is the strategy of how leadership, corrupt leadership, alleged corrupt leadership behaves. Strong arming, distraction. Next subject before things get digestible. Why are we going towards war when we should be exploring space? We should be exploring cooperation. Cooperation at the hand is not the answer. Well, I'll leave you to this. We'll think about this situation. Until the next time, Mystic Moons, if you have any comments, please add. And if you want to see more about where we're going with this war and other things, thumbs up. You press the like button. And we'll just have to see because we're all in this together. Until the next time, Mystic Moon.